Okay.
What if I told you there was another option? So relationship anarchy is a relatively new term coined by self-described queer feminist Nordic LARP geek Andy Nordgren back in 2006. Like political anarchy, it's a radical way of looking at, well, relationships. All the relationships in your life, really. The main focus is that it's about whoever is in the relationship getting to decide how the relationship will go, irrespective of.
Wait a minute. I'm an idiot. Even if I... Okay. Hang on. Okay. We're just drawing in silence. Very quietly. In silence. We draw. Silently. Listening to nothing but the sound of silence. Silence. We'll be quiet. Silently drawing in the sound of silence. Yay. I did not think this through. Hang on. I'm going to go offline while I figure out what I want to do while I'm drawing. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just plug my headphones in. I'm gonna be dum 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 dum. Oh. Okay. I have my headphones plugged in. I have my headphones plugged in. Now when I listen to something, no one can hear it. But I will be thoroughly entertained. Perfect. Okay, I gotta draw some Spider-Mans. Hello, Dark User 66. How are you? I am drawing. I am drawing Felly from Puyo Puyo. I'm glad you are doing very good. Yeah, Mara, I mean, I like I think the film's like runtime is running out, like it's dwindling. So, I kind of have to see it. Also, I'm like miserable and I think seeing a Sonic movie will make me feel better. Okay, you know what, Maru? Do you want to come watch the Sonic movie with me today at 1:15 p.m.? Oh my fucking god. She's coming. Thank you, Maru. My bestie. Okay, I'm watching this video about relationships, and I'm kind of feeling about it. I have feelings about this. My feelings about this video. I think this video is hitting on a lot of very good points. Mara, do you have any references for Xbox Felly, or did you only draw her once? Darn. Well, I'm drawing Xbox Felly, so... Welcome back. Man, everyone's also talking about everything everywhere all at once, and I need to see that too. You know, I'm a bit of a klutz too. Bye, Maru. Go to class. Be good in school or something. I don't know. I'm your mom or something. Making breakfast and some bacon grease got on my arm, causing me to freak for a second. Spilled some syrup on the floor. See, yeah, that happens. It happens sometimes. What can you do? I mean, it's 11:13 a.m. I didn't do anything. I just kind of woke up. I'm just trying to get a... What am I trying to do? I'm sorry. I'm extremely scatterbrained. This is why I can't host things by myself. I usually join a voice call, but I'm listening to something, so... Also, it's 11:14 a.m., so all of my friends are doing something else. Like, they're at school, or they're probably still sleeping, or, I don't know, picking their nose. I'm trying to make a drawing like the I'm sorry. There are like moments where like Dusty is actually stupid. Yeah, I do live in a city. A big city. I'm actually an extremely light sleeper. It's just that, like, when it gets to be, like, really deep into the night, very few things wake me up. However, there was this one time, like, okay, loud sudden noises coming from outside don't necessarily wake me up, but loud persistent noises are the bane of my existence. There's this one time where I woke up because somebody's car alarm was going off. Either somebody's car alarm was going off, or like somebody was just like dead at the wheel and their head was on the horn. But it was literally just like a long, persistent honking sound, and I was trying to figure out, like, I woke up, I was like, what the hell's going on? And, you know, it's light outside, and I checked the time, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, like, no one around this area can drive. Honestly, no one can drive, so maybe we shouldn't have cars. But, like, it was awful. It was awful. I woke up, and I was like, oh my god, please turn that thing off. Turn it off. It's just... oh... I can do with, like, some background noise. Like, there's, like, hubbub and hustle and bustle and stops and starts. But it's, like, when it's, like, one thing and it's very persistent, it tends to wake me up. Okay. New law, everyone uses scooters in cities, lol. Hey, let me tell you something about cities and transit. Um, Cities should not have cars. Like, people shouldn't have cars. Because they're loud, they're big, they're inefficient, and they're bad for the environment. Just have less cars. No electric cars. Electric cars, you know, they're quieter. They don't produce, like, emissions. But you do need a lot of precious metals to get those batteries everywhere. And also, like, you know, in typical colonizer fashion, Elon Musk wants a monopoly over all the electric cars and all the charging stations. So, like, maybe don't let him do that. See, I'm safe on YouTube because he doesn't own YouTube. Hee hee hee. But if people, like, it's not in the sense that, like, we should all choose to bike or walk, because, you know, I'm from a place in America where it's nearly impossible to bike, walk, or take the bus. But I think moving forward, more places need to think about how to get people biking, walking, and getting rid of all these goddamn highways. The highways aren't helping people. People just get stuck on them at like 5 p.m., come home 2 hours later, pissed, road rage, and there's always an accident, so... A new law where everyone has to, no one can, the only vehicles, like single person vehicles allowed are scooters, is actually like fairly close to, you know, just ideal. Hey, maybe if everyone was using scooters and bikes and skateboards on the road, nobody would be compelled to use them in parks, so that, like,
weird police units don't put up bad signs saying no biking, skating, or rollerblading.
Yeah, she looks like an action hero here. Like an action movie hero. She's just kind of like pow pow pow, pew pew. They're little like dowsing tongs. What the heck happened to the layout? I think the YouTube video layout like just changed like in front of me. Give it to me. Listen to me. I'm learning so much about bacon today. Yeah. I would imagine that would be a lot of sodium. A lot of cholesterol too. I'm gonna go to my little hidey hole and advertise to all my besties that I'm on television. Thank you too. For the weekends. Weekends. Hey, Dark User 66. Have you read the Dustyverse? The Dustyverse. You know what this means? It means I have to promote the Dustyverse on my channel, my personal channel, because it means that I haven't properly introduced people to the Dustyverse. So I guess I have to make a little piece of something alerting people to the existence of the Dustyverse, which is already on its second season. Dark User 66, you're gonna have to be prepared for this to become the cringe corner. The Dusty channel, you know, music, some drawings, the Dustyverse, which is like, you know, it's a funny way of saying, you know, cringe. Okay, actually, here's a better question. Did you ever watch that random, it seems random, but that video that I put up that's just like the one bad gloop video, except it's Draco for some reason? I don't check my statistics, so I probably should to know what I should do with this little space, but... Did my username used to be Lowly? You saw the Midnight Blossom remix on my channel. My username used to be Dusty Chan to, like, I don't know, because I thought it was cuter when I was younger, but I guess not. No, I changed it because it was corny. That's why I changed it. But I did not have a... I mean, unless somebody's running around using my art as their profile picture. I think that okay, one thing people are gonna have to learn is that, man, there's a part of me that's still terrified of posting about my interests. It is my channel, though. Yeah, I haven't changed the Dusty name in a very long time. I hope nobody's reposted my art or music or something. That's like scary. I don't even have enough subscribers for a community channel, so I can't tell people to watch out. Sobbing, crying. Hmm. I mean, if somebody's using my art as a Discord profile picture, it's not like I'll ever find them, but I think that, like, if I'm posting stuff and somebody's like, actually, I made this, I should probably, I don't know, give them a stern talking to. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of confronting people, but I like to think that I've gotten better at it since as I've gotten older. So, see, okay. So if somebody pisses me off, right? I gotta tell them to stop. I start seriously, right? Generally, when I'm speaking, I pepper in my language with little jokes and stuff, right? Because I'm the kind of person when I say something, I generally mean what I say. So if somebody's like being annoying, I don't want to like bring down the mood by being like, you must stop this immediately or you will be seeing legal action from my lawyers or something like that. Like, I want to start with being like, hey, this kind of sort of is like, right? Obviously, more specifically than that, right? But I think what tends to happen is like, for some reason, nobody like believes me when I talk. I don't know if I am like an insane person or if I come off as an insane person or if I'm just like experiencing misogyny or racism or something. But like generally what happens is I'll say something and then people will be like, I don't know. Are you sure? I don't really believe you. Like, I don't know, because you could be lying to me. Like, just for no reason, just going on the internet and telling lies. Or you could just be joking and then just, like, mean the opposite of what you just said. You know, say something and then just completely double back on it. Because, like, you know, why, you know? And then I specify. It's like, no, this is what I really mean. Usually, if I don't get, like, pushback, usually people are, like, really, like, catty about this. But if I don't get that, I'll just be like, okay, I'm glad we've come to an understanding. And that's, like, the end of the conversation. But when I get all this, like this tension, this whole, ooh, why do I have to, I don't think, that's when I start getting mean, okay? I just start making fun of you at this point, you know? So I think that, I think that as I got older, right, as I get older, I'm like able to be more precise, but with that precision, I also just have like a lack of patience for people who are like, I don't understand. Just like there's nothing to not understand. I've tried to make it as easy as possible for me to be understood. I know people see, like, I know that, you know, like, people have different perspectives, but I think that, like, you know, the kind of person who's just like, you know, I'm open to having my mind changed, and then they tend to be the kind of person who acts like that. It's just like, oh, we don't have all the facts. I need to know the information before I come to a decision. And it's like, okay. Take, for example, the kind of person who's like,
who believes genuinely that they act rationally in every situation. This is just not true of any human being ever at all. But like a lot of the, well, what are the facts of the situation? People tend to be like really, really resistant to certain challenges to this perceived rationality. And there's like, if you challenge that perspective, it's not gonna go over well. And it just doesn't matter like how much you actually try to, reinforce your ideas with like knowledge. Also consider that there's like a very large amount of misinformation on the internet and very little attention paid to how people fall prey to that misinformation, and even less attention paid to how we can prevent people from falling victim to that misinformation. But like, whatever. I think that like if everybody will always like resist criticism to anything that they deem as like part of their identity, which in this hellscape of a world can be literally anything. Like what flavor Doritos you like the best, whether or not you eat vegetables, and so on and so forth. I just think that it's kind of like it's really frustrating because like when you're trying to have a conversation about like, especially if you're trying to have like a conversation about boundaries or something, when people get defensive, like, listen, if you think that Majora's Mask is the best Zelda game of all time and I tell you it's trash, if you get defensive, I'm not going to get mad at you for getting defensive. I mean, maybe I will get a little mad at you, but like, if you get defensive, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. That's your favorite video game. I mean, as long as you don't think that I'm, being ableist because you like hyperfixate on it or something or whatever. But like, it's like, if you tell someone who's like, hey, this isn't appropriate, don't post about that, or like, hey, maybe don't make that joke anymore, and then you respond with that same defensiveness, it's just like, I don't know, maybe you should go get hit by a car or something. IDK. Go play in traffic, have fun. Well, I guess I don't need to be super specific about the ruffles on the hem of her dress. I'm glad you agree. I like it when people agree with me, especially because I'm always right. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Have I watched Hilda? My best friend really liked Hilda, and I feel like I should watch Hilda. In fact, you may have convinced me to watch Hilda. I might have to watch Hilda this summer. When I'm not, like, I don't know. There's a couple of uncertainties
that I'm in right now. And once I get that all sorted out, I will have the time and the headspace to be able to like watch TV shows and play video games for my friends and audience, I suppose. Slight similarity to Attack on Titan. That concerns me. That's not good. I have this hot take about children's media, okay? Here's the thing. Here's my hot take, right? That animation renaissance that's run by like literally everyone who worked on Adventure Time. Those guys are annoying and I don't like them. That's my hot take. Wait a second. What do platform boots look like? Black platform boots. Enter. Listen. I think I have a pretty good reason for this, right? And so here's why. In the United States of America, the animation industry consists of two sections. One, children's animation, and two, adult animation. Children's animation comprises of two subsections, which is educational animation and comedy animation. So educational animation is, everything on PBS, Nick Jr., whatever, Disney Junior, I suppose, Noggin, Kubo, rest in peace, what is it, like, ABC Family, so on and so forth, right? And then obviously comedy animation would be like your Nickelodeons, Cartoon Networks, so that's your SpongeBob's and so on and so forth. There's a third segment that's like preteen long-form storytelling, which is like Teen Titans and all of the Marvel and DC TV series. And Avatar: The Last Airbender fits into this again as well. Kubo got canceled. I believe Kubo went off the air a couple of years ago. It was very sad. But I believe that like Avatar: The Last Airbender fits into this like long form storytelling for preteens type thing, which is in the sense that they're kind of like, they're comic booky, they're very serious, they have a tough tone, but they're not too complicated for people to understand, for young kids to understand, so like 10 to 13-year-olds is the target demographic for those kinds of shows. Meanwhile, on the adult side, it's literally... I know. I remember coming across Kubo when I was a kid, and I'd watch it all the time with my brother, and they had, like, so much shit from, like, Canada and the UK and France, and it was, like, so good. Now where am I supposed to go to watch, like, old canceled PBS show reruns and, like...
Pearly and Jade and the Dragon. I don't know. But yeah. So it's got that kind of like split dichotomy between like educational programming and non-educational entertainment programming. And then the entertainment programming is stuff like SpongeBob and The Fairly Odd Parents and like the Powerpuff Girls and, you know, whatever fun TV show you could think of that you watched when you were like maybe like between like baby and like 9 years old. So what happens in adult animation is that, first of all, animation was originally for adults, right? In adult animation, they take children's animation and they corrupt it, in a sense, right? So it's just like, what if SpongeBob was like raunchy and inappropriate? First of all, he already kind of is. Second of all, like, you can only take this concept so far, right? But that's why you have so many goddamn Seth MacFarlane shows and The Simpsons. That's literally the extent of adult animation. Everything models after that format. Of course, there are some breakout hits like Rick and Morty, but it still has, first of all, like, a lot of adult shows are like extremely ugly in terms of like their visuals. But second of all, like, they kind of very few of them leave that sitcom family friendly appearance format. Right, like the whole, like, you can just hop into any episode and they're not like 100%. It's not like super continuous, so they're not connected to each other, right? Jeez. Yeah, this isn't giving me the results I want. I'm sorry, I'm looking for references for what her shoes should look like. Okay, so pretty much, like, there's one adult animated show on Netflix that I know doesn't follow this trope, and it's the Castlevania Netflix anime. And even still, you know, that's an adaptation. So basically, what we have is an entire dearth of content for young adults and older teens, in the form of long-form storytelling, so things that are not comedies or primarily comedies with some continuity, right? Basically, the United States is itching, yearning, begging, pleading for anime. Just something for people who are not young children or young teens, young children or adolescents, and people who are not like just grown adults, that is not a comedy, right? So like long form, so that's like long form storytelling. So basically dramas and soap operas for people in grade school and, you know, some of the earlier days of college, right? And so what happened is Adventure Time, the whole like the epitome of XD random humor, all of a sudden just developed a plot, and pretty much everyone who worked on it went on to make their own animated series on Disney XD, Nickelodeon, or Cartoon Network. And like they all fit, like they all come exceedingly close to fitting that, like, it's like anime except there's no chance of you accidentally running into porn type thing going on. And like they all like have, you know, very involved plots or that are still like easy to follow for a younger audience, a relatively younger audience, right? So so that's how we ended up with shows like Gravity Falls and Regular Show and Steven Universe and so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch more that are like that. And then I guess on the older side, there are shows like Bee and Puppy Cat, That's literally the only one I can think of. And then, even now we have the Owl House and Amphibia, and I'm pretty sure Craig of the Creek is part of that renaissance. Now, I'm going to give Craig of the Creek a little pass for now, okay? I'm going to come back to it, okay? A lot of older people use the line, it's just a kid, it might be a kid's show, but it's still really good, to justify, why they were so invested in this programming that was ostensibly meant for children, right? And I was like, this is good for animation. We're having some really good storytelling, some really good, and then it's engaging and captivating older audiences just on the merits of its writing and its qualities, and so on and so forth. When I was in high school, I watched the shit out of Steven Universe. I thought it was extremely good. I was super into the serializedness. It was kind of giving me magical girl vibes, and I never really got to watch Sailor Moon all that much when I was younger because I was a little bit too young for it. So I was living for it. And then Steven Universe started really going off the rails, and I was like, hang on, I think I know what's happening here. Alright, so this is the second part of the hot take, okay? Shows like that are not actually for children. It's meant to be long-form, non-comedic storytelling for adults that has had all of the explicitness of that long-form storytelling removed so that it's appropriate for children's programming. Because I was watching it in high school as I was leaving high school and so on and so forth. It was when it was winding down, and I was like, hey yo, who the hell is still watching this on cable television? Wow, I'm even more scatterbrained than I usually am when it comes to explaining this thing. Okay. It really does get to a point where, it's there are some themes that they're trying to get at, or at least there were some themes that were in Steven Universe that were either poorly handled or very poorly explained, and the reason why they were poorly explained is because they were not age appropriate, so they couldn't put that in the show, but they very clearly wanted to talk about it, and it's just kind of so what you guys are actually itching for is not long form storytelling for adolescents and young adults, but actually long form storytelling for adults, but you can't pitch that to Fox, so you have to pitch it to Cartoon Network, and Cartoon Network makes you take all the blood and swearing and sex out of it. So that was my sneaking suspicion, and what confirmed my suspicion was on Twitter a couple of months ago, everyone started to rediscover these clips from Sesame Street where Elmo, a 3-year-old, was beefing with his friend Zoe's pet rock, Rocco. And they were like, why is this so funny? And I'm like, okay, here's the thing about PBS shows. Have some of the best writers in comedy in the country. There should be no question about why Sesame Street is good. Sesame Street has tenure. Sesame Street has clout. If you go on Sesame Street, it's because you've made it. You're god tier. You're goated, No one wants to go on Sesame Street anymore. So I guess I gotta watch all the Tiny Desk concerts now. But the whole oh, I don't understand, how is this so funny? Where do they get these writers from? They got these writers from old episodes of SNL. Hello, Valentina. I'm talking about cartoons. I'm talking about children's programming
So what this incident has told me is that people aren't actually, like, you know, invested in children's programming because they genuinely believe it's just like it's good programming that's directed towards children. They're invested in this programming because they're the target audience. So, and I think that, like, people kind of need to realize that, like, you know, maybe you are the target audience for this show. IDK. I don't know. And it's just like you find it so entertaining because it's catered toward you. It just has, like, a cute aesthetic that we've been conditioned to believe means or signals that it's designed for children. Now, Craig of the Creek. I've watched Craig of the Creek a couple of times. I think it's very cute. Personally, why I give it a pass is because it's very much giving 21st century Arthur. That's alright, Valentina. I'm just drawing. If you just want to hang out and watch me draw, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. So, I wish I knew more languages so I could engage with more people. What the heck kind of shoes should she be wearing? Hey, what was I talking about? I know I could rewind the stream. Thank you. I know I could rewind the stream and then listen to it to figure out what I was talking about before, but I feel like that's cheating. So, what the heck was I talking about? Yes, Craig of the Creek. It gives me Arthur vibes. That's why I give it a pass, because it actually looks like it's programming for children. You know? And it's just people just watch it because it's a nice show. And it is a nice show. But yeah. The moral of the story is, like, the showrunners are lying to you. Okay. Have a good luck. Thank you for dropping by. What am I looking for? What was it called? The OP. Nameless Poem. Yes, that's what it's called. Beasta Mori. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it today.
So. The real question is, what does Feli Puyo Puyo wear? Not the sprites. I'm sorry, I wish I had more to talk about. Should she even be wearing boots? Feli wears Mary Jane's normally. She looks fine with boots. You saw the movie last month? Jesus Christ. I'm so late to the party. I had final exams. All my friends had final exams. I didn't want to watch it alone, but like, I figured that I should probably watch it before it finally goes out of theaters. I have no idea what her feet should look like. Okay. As opposed to
I mean, you might be. I'm not like terribly popular, but I don't mind, you know. I'm just trying to draw this one thing because I have this project that I'm doing. It's a very stupid, bad project, but you know what? I think I should go ahead and promote it anyway. Um, Basically, I made this series of like really, really goofy comics about video game characters, and I call it the Dustyverse. Um, and I'm just making something for that. Hurry! Here. Out of the corner of my eye. Period. Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out a composition. Oops. Which country am I from? I'm from the illegal one. As you know, as you can see, the police is coming to get me for being cringe. You can tell because, you know, I'm gonna watch Sonic later. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in the United States. Oh wait, hey, this silhouette actually looks really cool.
Oh, 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 oh. Maybe I should just make it an Xbox. Yeah. $43 to get to on foot. Well, thank goodness I'm not going on foot. Midtown. I mean, how long would the trains take? 22 minutes? I got time. I got time. Ah. Very glad to have fans from Mexico. Welcome. Hee. Trying to figure out how I should compose this image. Have all the other words be lighter? Words for hauntings. Hauntings. Past. I mean, I guess I could just have this one say Library of Jupiter and then have all the other words around it just say words. Because it doesn't really mean anything. Well, not delete it. Probably cut and paste. Then we could have all the other words say words. And a light color, of course. Actually, I need to zoom out and ask myself if this makes me uncomfortable. Kind of. Man, I have to pee. Dad, I'm not going there on foot. It's not gonna take 43 minutes for me to get there. Don't be ridiculous. Sorry, I have a little alert so I can remember to go to this movie. I guess if it says other things on this little circle besides library, B. Okay, well, I guess before I continue this, I'm going to take this line art and I want to complete it. For me, around place. Give me everything I need. The transaction, please. I only hope you won't mind if I fall way too behind. I'll just let you take the lead. You said, girl, follow me. If you show the way, can we go back where you stay? I wanna get close to you. You said, of course I do too. I really hope you won't mind if I fall way too behind. I'll just let you take the lead. You said, girl, follow me. If you show the way, can we go back where you stay? I wanna get close to you. You said, of course I do too. The way. I'm melting every second. May help you won't mind if I fall way too behind. I'll just let you take the lead. You said, girl, follow me. I'll come if you show the way. Can we go back where you stay? I wanna get close to you, and of course I do too.
I really don't mind. I really don't mind. I follow. Baby, I follow. Baby, I follow. Damn, I have to pee. I wonder how long it really is going to take for me to line this. Okay, well, if it's going to take me 20 minutes, then I should aim to leave by 12:50. So I have time. I got time. I'm so bad with time. Oh, jeez.
I know. If I listen to a song that's 11 minutes long and I'm not done by the end of the song, I just have to pack it up. Falling Back to Earth by Haken. Here I come. Where are you? Here we go. The sky is falling in on me. Back again. The feet problem again.
On top of the mountain, I cannot be moved. I'll scale the summit like an unstoppable force. On your wings, I will prove my worth to you all. Bow. Ring on your graves. When I'm soaring through the skies, free from your burdens, say your last goodbye. I won't be back again. Let's do the fun. Yeah, okay. Let's stop trying to make cute fancy shoes and just like make something normal. Google, tell me, how long do movie previews last? Enter. $15 to 25 minutes. I should be fine. But my feathers are broken. My head is bowed. Fishing down into the ocean. Something seems different. Humanity's fossils. The beasts have become the new masters. Is reality compromise? Can you tell I'm not a soprano? Advanced technological breakthroughs and superior firepower. The frontiers of war and resistance seem abstract and vacant now. For countless years I have been longing to apologize. A war without end is upon us, but time is in short supply. I won't be back again. Too close to the flame, ambition has burned me. My wings ablaze, I'm falling back to earth. Okay, I think this is probably going to be the extent of my whining because I do have to go, and I guess I can come back and tell you what I thought of the Sonic movie. So if you'll be willing to wait for like, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 hours or something, I guess I can come back and explain what I thought of the Sonic movie. But for now, I'm gonna put down the pencil and I'll be back with another one real soon. Thank you for coming to my stream, all 3 of you. Bye!